Point being, I'm like amazed that I'm doing so well now. You guys, I can't believe it's only been like 6 days since I was injured. Like when I got hurt, I thought I'd just be out forever. Not quite forever, but like that first night it got terrible. Like I could not sit on the toilet. And then the next day was not much better. Like I was just laying around, and then that's when I made that short that just gave the quick update, because I was like, this might be a bit. And then I didn't go to church Sunday morning, but Sunday night we had like a family dinner, and I went to that, and it hurt to stand and it hurt to sit, and it kind of just burned the whole time, but survived. And then I went to a friend's place afterwards to watch a movie. And like I just laid down on their couch. My wife and I went over. It wasn't just me. So I was still feeling a little iffy. Then the next day, I think it's Monday now. I tried to go to the gym. I wanted to. I was like, it's gonna be really embarrassing if I like scan. I hobble in. I like hobble to like the treadmill. Don't last for very long, and then go home. But like I want to get out because sitting here is driving me nuts. So I went to the gym and I started walking, and then like it just felt like things loosened up just a little bit. I decided, hey, what if we crank up the speed on the treadmill and go a little bit faster? And I ended up going for like a light jog. And then after that, I think my original idea on that day was I'd seen this machine where it's like the sitting press where you just sit normally, and then it's like the chest press where like they come together slightly to like so that it helps squeeze like your pec more. And I was like, I could probably push. So I also did that one. I was like, I think I can do like a seated push, because like that will avoid my back. And then so the next day after that, I went back and I did back. And so I didn't realize how much I cheat on rows until I tried to do back. And I don't think other people realize either. Like I started being a little bit more critical after that. But like it's really easy when you're resting your chest on that, just to like throw your back just a little bit. You're like my chest is still on it, but like you can like cheat quite a bit. You still have quite a bit of mobility that you can cheat with. But since I was like really guarding my back, because I was like, I don't want to tweak this, like I want this to get better, I was very strict with my form, and yeah, it makes a huge difference. You can't lift nearly as much, but then it like works a lot better. And I think that's why those you know, where you're laying over and you do the T-bar pulls, but you have like chest support. They're not the ones where you're like standing and like heaving it. I think that's why those ones are so effective, because I think it's like hard to throw yourself back, because now you're throwing yourself against gravity instead of just like upright. So I think that's one of the reasons why that's such a great exercise. But anyways, just realizing some things. And then yesterday I was like, I'm gonna go do legs. I started with leg extensions, and that was actually really great. I loved starting with leg extensions and hammies. And then I went and I was like, I'm gonna just do like leg presses, but like not put on very much weight. So like leg presses, you know how people like put 20 plates on both sides, and it's like, oh yes, I'm so strong. I think I had like I think when I worked up to my heavier sets, it's like I just had like maybe 5 plates on both sides or something, which is not a lot. Like for how much weight I maybe would normally put on. Although I haven't really done leg press in a long time, and I just did like slow, controlled movements, and that was actually pretty great. I actually think I want to start doing like those accessory leg movements before I go do the squat movements, because I think it actually helps me feel it more where I'm supposed to feel it. And then one of the things I realized too is I just do not have good leg mobility. Like once my knees get like a little to parallel, like the bottom of my butt wants to like come off the seat on the leg press. And then that just puts a lot of stress through my back. So I'm thinking squatting deeper than I'm actually like capable of doing might be one of the things that's hurting my back. But anyways, point being, I'm like amazed that I'm doing so well now. Today I was just gonna do push again, and maybe that will be like my new split is like push, back, legs, and then just like really focusing on form and just feeling the exercise where you're supposed to feel it instead of just throwing as much weight as you can as quick as possible, if that makes sense. So I guess training a little bit more like a bodybuilder, even more so than I did before, instead of like a power lifter. At least that's how I think about it. I'm sure some people are probably really offended by what I said. But yeah, I'll see you guys in there. Or maybe this will just become an update video. We'll see. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Starting off with some bench. This is the machine that's kind of for your lower pec. I'm not sure if I love this machine. You'll see, but I have a hard time staying on it. Like when I sit on it, my legs go over the the edge of the seat, and so but they don't reach the ground, and so it ends up just being a little bit weird. And then also because of the angle of your back, it kind of like pushes yourself up the back of it. They actually have a belt that you can put on for this, so maybe I'll put on the seat belt in the future. But yeah, you can see that at the end the seat kind of just slips out while you're going. I think for this one the seat actually like went out while I was pressing. And then I just kind of sat, like kind of like ball sit for the rest of it. But you have so much pressure from pushing on it that it's not like you're using your legs even when the seat disappears. So it's not a huge deal, but just kind of a little awkward. Yeah, so 2 nice sets on this one is what I was going for. It seemed like my range of motion was starting to feel a little bit strange around here, so I think I called it. Maybe I could go a little bit harder, but also just trying to take it a little easy for obvious reasons. This one's now the incline version of that machine. It feels a lot better. The seat doesn't move because of like how the forces line up on your back and everything. This was too heavy. I was like, oh, I'll start with 3 plates.
Ooh, too heavy.
Yeah, too heavy. So I switched over to a bit lighter, and that felt a lot better. Just really focusing on getting that nice contraction at the top and controlling it on the way down. I don't know if you can hear my cat crying in the background. Maz loves to cry. And then I'm switching over to shoulder press. To be honest, with all these machine movements, I don't love them a lot. I'd rather be doing dumbbells, just because it allows for more natural motion. I think these are pretty good compared to other machines that I've used, but I definitely really prefer just having complete free range of motion with my arms when I'm pressing heavy. So hopefully I'll feel more comfortable with the dumbbells next time. Just didn't want to deal with swinging them around, and I really do think I need to give my back a little more time, even though I'm feeling pretty good. So that was my thought process. I think that first set that I did was too light, so I think I bumped the weight, if I remember right, and then I ended up doing one more working set after this, just because that first one was too light of a working set. This last rep was a real grind. I think I'm trying to avoid reps like that actually in the future. I don't think the stimulus to fatigue ratio is very good on those reps. So I'll probably, I try to avoid those. I did some more exercises after this, but I didn't get them on camera. Sometimes it feels a little weird recording by the cables just because it's really crowded over there. But yeah, I did my normal cable routine with rear delts, triceps, lateral raises, And it was a good workout.